going to read a comment that gets very old, my friends. A comment that gets very old. Every single time I make a video where the Bible says you must be baptized to be saved, I get this type of comment just about every single time, and it's very dishonest and it gets very old. Let me read it to you. Person said, we should get baptized because it's both a commandment and a confession of faith. Does baptism literally save you? No, it's our faith and love for Christ that saves us. However, anyone who tells people not to get baptized is misguided. Similarly, those who claim that baptism is necessary for salvation are also misguiding others and should be considered at fault for causing the body of believers to stumble. That gets so old. It gets very old. It gets very old. I can't fathom how old it gets. That is such a dishonest statement from a dishonest snake. Those are dishonest people who don't like the truth. They hate the truth of God. It's very dishonest. Let me tell you why it's dishonest. The guy said we should get baptized because it's a commandment and a confession of faith. It's not a confession of faith, but it's absolutely a commandment. If it's a commandment, if Jesus is God, if God commanded it, and you're sitting there saying a person is misguiding people and causing them to stumble by telling them they must be baptized, be saved because it's a commandment, that is a dishonest snake. A dishonest snake is going to sit there and tell you that I'm causing someone to stumble by telling them Jesus commanded, like the person just said, commanded you to be baptized, but I'm causing them to stumble by saying that. Dishonesty at its core. People are so dishonest, it blows my mind away. I just can't fathom it. The guy basically said baptism is optional, but then he backdoored and said it's absolutely a command. Make that make sense, my friends. Make it make sense. I don't think sometimes people sit down and think about what they're actually saying. They're just too busy regurgitating the lie that they've been taught their whole life. They don't sit back and actually consider and recognize what they're actually saying. That's amazing to me, my friends. This guy said baptism does not literally save you, but God said it does. Who am I going to believe? 1 Peter 3:21, baptism saves us. Who am I going to believe? Mark 16:15 and 16, he who believes and is baptized, the actual literal red words of Jesus, he who believes and is baptized will be saved. But this person says it doesn't save you. Dishonest snakes. Don't be misguided, my friends. And the thing is as well, he said that I'm misguiding others by telling them the words of Jesus, telling them what the Bible says. Well, I guess then, my friends, Jesus misguided people. Absolute lie. He didn't misguide anyone, but you're being misguided if you believe that lie. If you love God, my friends, if you love the truth of God, support the channel, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, say amen if you can.